What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Race.
Hey, is your name Google? Because you have everything I'm searching for. That's what Madelyn said to Chase Stokes on one interview they did with Netflix.
Hey, is your name Google? Because you have everything I'm searching for.
Where she and Madison Bailey switched the tables and tried out different pickup lines on Chase to see which one would win. Suffice to say, it was Madelyn. You'd think that when it comes to Kooks and Pogues, these two don't mix. But there's apparently an exception to that rule. These guys are so obvious you could see it from a mile away. So knowing that they play a couple in the Netflix adventure teenage drama Outer Banks, we all started wondering whether these two are in a relationship. So that's why we wanted to dive a little deeper into this subject and see what's behind the curtain. Let's see why Madelyn Cline and Chase Stokes can't stop flirting with each other. Let's dive right in, guys! What's the deal with Outer Banks? If you didn't know already, let us fill you in on the details. Outer Banks is a Netflix series that premiered in 2020 on April 15th. John B. is the character that Chase Stokes plays in the show. He is the ringleader of the Pogues, one of the groups looking to bring justice to the death of John B.'s father. But the gang doesn't have it easy. They have to overcome obstacles and constantly fight with one of their rivals, the wealthy Kooks, the gang that is constantly blocking their way. Things start to turn when the Pogues find a map of the hidden treasures of John B.'s father. They estimate that the treasure is worth $400 million, but the wealthy Kooks and Ward are not going to let all of this get away. The moment things get complicated is when John B. and Sarah fall in love. Why would that make things complicated? Maybe because Sarah's father is Ward Cameron, one of the wealthy Kooks members. And you know that Pogues and Kooks don't mix. Nevertheless, love knows no boundaries, and these two are the love story we're rooting for. Who are they really? If you mean what are they like in their personal life, then we'll have to see. For example, Chase Stokes is almost 10 years older than the character he plays in Outer Banks, making him 27 years old, and he shares a lot of similarity with his character. Attending high school in Florida, and he always loved to surf. Ever since he was little, he remembers hitting the waves with his friends, and whenever he visited his grandparents who live in Maryland, he would say that he loved spending time with the boating community there. Before we get into his music career, we would like to mention that he also writes poetry in his spare time and he loves to play his guitar, judging from his Instagram posts. As far as acting is concerned, before landing the role in Outer Banks, Chase initially appeared in one episode of the first season of Stranger Things. Just a little side note, he even has his own TikTok account where he posts goofy videos. As for Madelyn, she is 5 years younger than Chase, making her only 22 years old and starring in a hit series. She was born in Goose Creek, South Carolina, but she spent her summers in New York where she worked on child commercials for companies like T-Mobile and Sunny D. Soon after enrolling in college, she dropped out in order to smash that like button if you haven't done that already. But in all fairness,
I am 16, and I already know what the rest of my life is gonna look like.
She dropped out to pursue her acting career. She initially landed some roles in short films. Then, she briefly appeared in one episode of Stranger Things before landing the role of Sarah in Outer Banks. When it comes to hobbies and interests, Madelyn is passionate about photography and drawing. In her free time, she enjoys road trips, hiking, and wakeboarding, which is like skateboarding but on water, while you're being pulled by a boat. So, are these guys together? What we do know is that rumors began to spread as soon as they saw Stokes commented on a photo Cline posted on her Instagram account. What did that comment say? How about heart rate decreasing? Help. And this was enough to make the fans go wild, and rumors began to spread with the speed of light. That Stokes felt like he had to correct his initial comment, and he later commented on the same photo saying, "Man, I really stirred the pot here, didn't I?" And this would be enough evidence to disprove that the rumors about them being in a relationship. Will you be my quarantine? Amidst the COVID-19 pandemic ravaging the entire globe, even actors had to spend some time alone during lockdown. But despite the fact that production of the show has been halted, these stars couldn't be separated.
Kind of making the best out of it, making it sort of a little party, so to speak, but
they decided to be quarantined together. Instead of spending the pandemic alone, Cline and Stokes decided to invite some friends from the show, like Rudy Pankow, who plays JJ, and Drew Starkey, who plays Cameron, and turn the confinement into something fun. They said that the only thing they've been doing during quarantine is binge watching Outer Banks and building blanket forts. Those can be romantic if you know how to play your cards right. And that's the exact reason why fans couldn't keep it in any longer, and they began talking about how these two must be together. What's going to happen in their characters in season 2? We know that the show ended on a cliffhanger, and we couldn't be happier. What do you mean we couldn't be happier? That's a pretty sure sign that there's going to be a second season coming up. Yeet yeet! Just a little heads up. Some spoilers are coming. So we know that John B and Sarah escapes on a boat and head directly into the sea storm where they get clobbered by the bad weather. The boat they stole from JJ's dad gets completely wrecked and everyone thinks the couple is dead. While they mourn their friend's loss, the show tells us that a fishing boat had just saved them both and is headed to Nassau, a town in the Bahamas, which is exactly where Ward sent the gold. So now we will probably see the two of them on a treasure hunt for the gold, while Ward is stuck back in North Carolina answering to the police. When they were asked what they think about their roles, Cline had more of an optimistic outlook.
My brother, like, what's going to happen with him and Ward? How are they going to potentially cover up a murder?
While Stokes was concerned more with his character's conviction and murder record.
You know, am I still a convicted felon? Am I a convicted murderer? I mean, it's beyond the murder at this point.
Cline said that this unplanned trip to the Bahamas could prove to be the perfect opportunity to show the honeymoon phase of these two lovebirds. She then added, "You know, this relationship where they run away from home and they're in this vacation destination and everything seems fine, and then all of a sudden just like the drama hits and everything catches up to them. I think they're definitely gonna go through some challenges." But Stokes is more concerned with their character's fate than anything else. He wants to know whether or not these lovebirds are going to find a way off the island, but also he wants to know whether John B is still a convict and considered a murderer. Going forward, he would obviously like to get his name cleared. They're so obvious during interviews. Did you hear that these two actually met on the set? Well, when they all first walked in, Chase entered the door and saw a blonde girl sitting on the couch. Out of the blue, he asked her to walk on his back.
Can you walk on my back? She was like, what? And I was like, I know this is crazy, but like...
To which she agreed. And it was at that time when Cline was walking on his back that she told Chase about being his new co-star on the series. That's not awkward at all. When you see these two during interviews or in real life, you can't help but notice how flirty they are with one another. I mean, they even did an entire video when they try pickup lines on one another. Yeah, that's what all friends do. And during one live Instagram stream, the fan that turned in said that Chase is real cute, which made Cline blush, and she then went on to say her comment made him nervous, all while giggling like a little girl. And if you didn't think we're right, look at who is the only one making faces when Cline says that she can't imagine her life without any of the cast members. Again, it was all followed up by hysterical giggles. Maybe the biggest teasers of all was when Maddie was doing a live Instagram stream and she was telling fans how she's alone in the house and all the co-stars have left for their hometowns. And it's in that moment her camera flips by accident and she reveals she's not alone in the house.
So right now, gentlemanly. The old lady was,
Could these be the legs of Chase Stokes? Oh my god. You could clearly hear her say, "Why'd I do that? Guess because you couldn't hide it, Maddie." But we love you guys. We're cheering you on. Can't wait to see you in the next season. We hope. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what do you think? Are these two a couple? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys!